Your life as a Roblox YouTuber starts in the most innocent way possible. You download Roblox, play a few games, probably get bullied by a 9-year-old with a bacon hair avatar, and at some point you think, you know what, I should record this. This is the first stage. You have no audience, no idea what you're doing, and absolutely no reason to believe anyone wants to watch you stare at a virtual block person for 20 minutes. But you do it anyway. You open whatever recording software your computer has, press record, and immediately become painfully aware of your own voice. Suddenly, every sentence sounds like you're being held hostage. You say something completely normal like, "Hey guys, welcome back to another video," and your brain immediately responds with, "Delete this." But you push through. You record your first Roblox video. Spend 4 hours editing 6 minutes of footage, add 12 sound effects to a single joke, throw some text on the screen and upload the final product at 2:47 in the morning. You stare at the processing screen like you're waiting for NASA to announce a moon landing. Then the video goes live. You refresh the page. 3 views. One is you. One is probably your other account. The third person is a mystery that will haunt you for the next 6 months. Welcome to level 1. At this stage, being a Roblox YouTuber is less of a career and more of a highly questionable hobby. You have 37 subscribers, and every single one feels like a personal investment from the United Nations. Somebody comments W video and you screenshot it. You send it to your friend. You stare at it for several minutes. This stranger has just validated your entire existence. You start learning thumbnails because you realize the video itself apparently isn't enough. You discover CTR, retention, impressions, keywords, watch time, browse features, suggested videos, and approximately 17 different ways YouTube decides your video deserves to be buried underneath a video titled Roblox, but I have a toilet for a head. You start studying thumbnails like forensic evidence. You notice bright colors, big faces, arrows, circles, giant text, emotional expressions. Eventually, your thumbnail has so many arrows pointing at things that it resembles an evacuation map. You tell yourself the next upload is going to perform better. It doesn't. But you upload again anyway. Then something weird happens. One video gets 500 views. To a normal human being, 500 views is barely enough people to fill a medium-sized room. To you, this is a Netflix premiere. You check the analytics every 14 seconds. You watch the real-time graph climb from 3 views to 11 views and start believing you've figured out the algorithm. You haven't. The next video gets 42 views. You immediately start questioning every decision you've made since birth. This is the second level of Roblox YouTuber evolution. You begin learning the sacred law of consistency. Upload more, improve more, study more. You start realizing Roblox itself isn't the content. The content is your personality, your commentary, the idea behind the video, and whatever ridiculous situation you manage to create inside a game where somebody probably owns a virtual pet with the IQ of a toaster. Eventually you reach 100 subscribers. This number feels absurdly important. You refresh your channel and see 3 digits sitting there. 100 people willingly clicked a button because they wanted more of you. You celebrate. Then you immediately start looking at 1,000. This is where the disease begins. You start saying things like, "Once I hit 1,000, I'll be happy." This statement is scientifically inaccurate. You hit 1,000 and immediately want 5,000. You hit 5,000 and suddenly 10,000 looks achievable. You hit 10,000 and 100,000 starts appearing in your peripheral vision like a cryptic prophecy. You have unknowingly entered the treadmill. At around this stage, your editing gets better. Your thumbnails stop looking like they were assembled during a power outage. Your videos have pacing. You remove dead air. You understand when a joke needs to breathe and when the audience needs something happening on screen before their attention leaves your body and enters another YouTube video. You start watching your own videos from the perspective of someone who doesn't know you. This is painful but useful. You notice where you ramble. You notice where the intro takes too long. You notice where the joke isn't funny. You cut it. The video gets better. Slowly, you stop making videos for yourself and start making videos for the viewer. Then you hit 10,000 subscribers. At this point, people start recognizing your username. Somebody joins a Roblox server and says, "Wait, are you that YouTuber?" You experience a small electrical event in your brain. You try to act normal while internally screaming. You take a screenshot. You save the screenshot. You probably send it to somebody. This is also where Roblox begins becoming less like a game and more like a workplace. You aren't logging into Roblox because you feel like playing. You're logging in because you need footage. Suddenly, a game you used to play for fun becomes a production environment. You're looking for bugs, challenges, trends, updates, funny players, ridiculous mechanics, and anything else capable of generating 7 minutes of usable footage. Then comes the next evolution, the point where your channel starts looking like an actual operation. You have editors, maybe a thumbnail designer, maybe somebody helps with scripts. Maybe you have a Discord server filled with people who somehow know what you uploaded before your notification reaches your phone. You start receiving sponsorship emails. At first, every email looks like a golden ticket. Hello, we love your content. You stare at the screen. They love my content. Then you read the rest. We would like to offer you exposure. You close the email with the speed of a man defusing a bomb. Eventually, you get legitimate offers. Now you're negotiating rates, deliverables, deadlines, integrations, contracts, and whether the sponsor wants 30 seconds or 90 seconds of your audience's attention. Congratulations. You have transformed your childhood game into accounting. Around 50,000 subscribers, your audience starts becoming a community. People know your jokes. They recognize recurring characters. They quote things you said months ago. You develop phrases without realizing it. A random joke becomes an inside joke. An inside joke becomes a recurring bit. Suddenly you have lore. You didn't plan lore. Lore simply happened to you. This is also where your Roblox avatar starts becoming part of your identity. You aren't wearing an avatar anymore. You're wearing the Roblox equivalent of a mascot costume. Then you reach 100,000 subscribers. The silver play button arrives. You open the package and hold an object representing thousands of hours of work. Somewhere inside your brain, a voice says, "Cool, now get 1 million." This is the most ridiculous part of being a creator. Every achievement feels enormous for approximately 12 minutes before your brain invents another mountain. You might look back at your first 37 subscribers and realize how absurd the journey was. The person who once celebrated 3 views is now staring at a 6-digit subscriber count. Yet somehow you still check the analytics every morning, like the numbers owe you money. At 1 million subscribers, Roblox YouTube becomes a completely different animal. Your uploads get attention before you even publish them. People react to your thumbnails. Other creators talk about your videos. Fans recognize your voice. Your videos aren't competing only against other Roblox creators anymore. They're competing against everything on the platform. You start thinking about brand identity. What makes a viewer choose your video instead of somebody else's? Why should they care about this particular Roblox game? Why should they spend 10 minutes watching you instead of 10 minutes watching a Mr. Beast video, a Minecraft creator, a streamer, or a documentary about a man who built a house entirely out of cheese? At this level, your biggest enemy isn't another YouTuber. It's boredom. You need ideas, constantly. You wake up and your first thought isn't breakfast. It's, what am I uploading Thursday? Every game update becomes research. Every viral Roblox game becomes a potential video. Every strange Twitter post becomes something worth investigating. You start keeping notes full of ideas. Some are terrible, some are decent. One randomly looks incredible at 3:12 in the morning. You write it down. The next morning it looks like evidence of a sleep disorder. Then comes the legendary final boss, becoming one of the biggest Roblox creators on the platform. At this point, you aren't simply making Roblox videos. You're operating a media business built around Roblox. You have employees, managers, editors, designers, brand deals, sponsorships, merchandise, multiple platforms, and enough footage stored on your hard drive to qualify as a digital archaeological site. You might have millions of subscribers and still sit down to record a video where a virtual character gets launched into the sky because somebody touched a button. And strangely, the core experience never disappears. The numbers get bigger, the production gets bigger, the stakes get bigger, the thumbnails become cleaner, the editing becomes faster, the audience becomes larger. But somewhere underneath all of that is the same person who once pressed record for the first time, listened to their own voice, hated every second of it, and uploaded anyway. There are also levels nobody talks about. The burnout level, the algorithm level. The "this video took 3 weeks and got 18,000 views" level. The "I spent $4,000 making this and somebody watched it for 19 seconds" level. The "why did a video I made in 40 minutes get 10 times the views of the masterpiece I spent 2 months creating" level. Every Roblox YouTuber eventually reaches this territory. You learn the uncomfortable truth that effort and performance don't always correlate. You could make the best video you've ever produced, and YouTube might look at it, shrug, and recommend a video of somebody opening virtual crates for 11 minutes. Then there is the final level, where you stop obsessing over every individual upload. You still care, you still want the numbers, but you understand the bigger picture. One bad video doesn't destroy your channel. One viral video doesn't guarantee your future. You focus on building an audience that wants to watch you, regardless of which Roblox game happens to be trending. You learn to evolve without throwing away your identity. Maybe you branch into Minecraft. Maybe you make commentary. Maybe you start streaming. Maybe you build your own Roblox game. Maybe you become the person who somehow spends 6 figures creating a Roblox experience and then gets emotionally destroyed by a 12-year-old leaving a 1-star review because the sword didn't swing fast enough. That is the strange journey of becoming a Roblox YouTuber. It starts with a free game, a cheap microphone, questionable editing, and absolutely no guarantee anyone will watch. Then you slowly climb through hundreds of subscribers, thousands of subscribers, sponsorships, viral videos, burnout, success, failure, and enough analytics graphs to permanently damage your ability to enjoy a normal graph. Some people quit at 50 subscribers. Some quit at 50,000. Some reach millions and still wonder whether their next upload will flop. There isn't really a final level, because the moment you reach the top, somebody builds another staircase. And maybe that's why people keep doing it. Not because Roblox is some magical financial machine. It isn't. Not because YouTube guarantees success. It absolutely doesn't. People keep doing it because there is something strangely satisfying about turning a game millions of people play into something uniquely yours. You take a digital world made out of blocks, scripts, animations, screaming children, suspiciously expensive virtual hats, and physics that occasionally abandon reality, then somehow turn all of that into a career. You start with nobody watching. Then one person watches, then 10, then 100, then thousands. Eventually, you look at the screen and realize millions of people have watched something you made. The kid who once stared at 3 views is now staring at numbers with enough digits to make a calculator nervous. And underneath all the subscribers, sponsorships, editing, thumbnails, analytics, deadlines, and increasingly unreasonable upload schedules, you're still doing the same thing. You're pressing record. The only difference is, now somebody is waiting for you to press it.